Typically below the dams you can find a lot of different varieties of different species of fish, a lot of smallmouths and an occasional walleye. Today what we're going to be doing is using just a ultralight rod, 4-pound test, and then well, what I'm going to be using is a 16th ounce jig, only because I'll be using fatheads. Now if I switch down to a crappie minnow, I'll actually drop down in jig size to a 32nd ounce. You just kind of downsize, because what you want to do is, typically around dams and like where the turbines are, it's all a rock bottom. And it's typically by the turbines it's shallow, and below the dam there's usually a pocket because of the water and it's a little deeper. But like I say, it's all a rock base. So what you want to do is you want to match the jig just so it kind of bounces along the bottom. If you go too heavy, you're going to get snagged up. And if you go too light, obviously you never hit the bottom, and that's where a lot of the fish are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try this. I'll be using a fathead, and I'll show you how we're hooking the fathead on. What I like to do now is I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to take them, and I'm just going to hook them under the jaw, just like that, and poke right through his head, just like that. So he's sitting just exactly like that, and let him flop around. Now I'll show you another thing about casting. What you always want to do when you're fishing current, this current is going from my left to my right. What you want to do is cast either straight out in front of you and catch that current as it goes down, or a little bit to the right of where you're standing. If you cast up current, what's going to happen is that jig's going to drop. You always want control of this jig. You always want total control of the jig. I cast up like that, I lose control of that jig, and now it sinks to the bottom, and a lot of snags. And there's so many doggone, people tend to fish dams a lot, and they tend to snap off. There's a lot of line down there and things like that. So let's take a look and see if we can pick up a nice smallmouth. Okay, again, what I'm going to be doing is just going and casting straight out from me. Okay, and the other thing is, what you want to do is you want to kind of read. There he is right there. There he is. First cast. Not too bad. Whoa! Wow, Jimmy, that's fish flying out of the water. There he is. There's another fish right there. Boy, these smallmouths, they're something. Let's see if we can get this guy up. With ultralights, you can't beat them with ultralights. Pound for pound, these are some of the best fighting fish. Come on, buddy. Try to get them out of that current, you know. Fighting these fish in the current, your 4-pound test, you really have to kind of just take your time and just work them nice and easy. Here he comes. Whoa, he's not ready yet. Come on. Well, let's see what we do here. Boy, do they fight. Just a little guy, but he's really going at it. Right up in through here. Oh, see what I'm talking about line? Look at all that line in there. See, this thing is tangled up in line and everything else. There you go. It's a nice little smallie. Like I say, pound for pound, compounded by that current, it's just incredible. They just put up just an incredible fight. Look at his tail; it's kind of mangled there a little bit. Well, let's get him back in the water and we'll try it again. There's a fish right there. There he is. Yep. Gotta watch that drag now. Watch your drag, because you're fighting the current and you're fighting the fish at the same time. This one doesn't feel like a smallmouth. This could be a walleye. This could be a nice little walleye here. It's hard to say. I guess it is a walleye. Yep. There's going to be a real walleye. There you go. Yep. So he just bopped it. Nice little fish. Nice little walleye. Oh, keep going. Back down. Go right up in here. Let it just work out from there. There he is. Oh yeah. See? Find them little spots like that. You find them little eddies and I'll tell you what. That's a smallmouth again. Boy, do these fish fight. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Not a bad smallmouth. I can see that hook, that jig it has hooked right in the lip there, so he's going to be fine. Just take your time and work it nice and easy. You don't have to horse these. 4-pound test. You're just going to have to watch everything. Just enjoy the fight. Come on, buddy. Right over there. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's what it's all about right there. Like I said, our plans were to go up and fish big pike this week. The cold front moved in, storms moved in, and I'll tell you what happened was we decided to change the game plan and just go offshore. That's one thing. If you have plans to go out fishing, if the weather conditions change and you can't quite make it to the spot that you want to go to or that you have plans to, change your plans. There's so many. Today we're offshore. We just picked a dam. And one thing about dams is there's a lot of fish at dams, typically smallmouth, walleyes, everything else. So I'll tell you what, you don't have to ruin the day. Get out there and have some fun.